Tony Craig. I play Jack Huey on Due South.
I am Catherine Brouillet.
Hey everyone, this is Ramona Milano, otherwise known as Francesca Vecchio.
This is Paul Haggis.
This is Paul Gross, and you're listening to Due South by Southeast. Thank you kindly.
I wish this podcast would carry me away. But while talking to Squeak and Michelle get a word in edgeways, record over a bottle of rum on the dock of Southampton Bay. Hey, to South, that is what we're talking about. To South. Saddle up my microphone, get deep in Baker Bone. To South by Southeast.
Hello and welcome to Due South by Southeast. Just as we go live for the first time in months and months and months, my microphone nearly falls off the desk. Yay! Because professional, of course. My name is Detective Squee, and with me as always is
Mountie Michelle.
And just to put the elephant out of the room straight away, Nicola's not with us. We've split up. Now it's just going to be the two of us presenting this here show. We're going to call it a show generously. Look, guys, you may be surprised to be seeing us right now. Yeah, we didn't announce this one. This is our Due South by South Easter egg. So what we decided was we'd, as a little bit of a surprise for Easter today, happy Easter, everyone, we thought we'd host a special episode of Due South by Southeast. We're back. We're going to try and do episodes more often. Michelle, are you excited?
I am so excited. You've no idea.
And we're coming from, I think I do have some idea. But anyway, we're coming from our new log cabin. So the studio has moved from, it was in a larger sort of room downstairs, but where it's just me using it now, I've gone for a little more of an intimate office with Benton. Our Benton here.
I know, look at him just coming in here to make a little, I was going to say announcement. I don't think he's actually going to say anything.
And we've been on for about 4 minutes. I think we scared away our audience, but there we go. That's fine. Guys, look, we're back. So we thought we'd do an episode. We haven't done one for a while. We want to do this a bit more often going forward.
Absolutely, yes.
And now the feature of the log cabin upstairs is that we've got a bed behind us. I don't know if you can see those legs there, but that's Willow, who is our latest addition to the Due South by Southeast team. So, Willow, welcome to Willow. I don't know if she's got any rank. Well, she could be civilian aid. It could be like in the.
I mean, she could be, yeah.
Third series where Elaine left, and then they got in.
Thanks, Benny. Thanks, Benny.
And spilled my drink. It could be that. It could be the third series where they got in Romano Milano.
I mean, shall I? I feel like we need to see Willow. If I move him. Oh no. Hold on.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let me.
Oh,
yeah, you can see her just there, yeah. Oh, look at Benny getting in the way. He has just stolen my seat as well.
By the way, please let us know. Are we coming out okay? Can you hear us all right? Because
let me just park myself here.
I can always turn Michelle down if you want. It's fine. Quite happy to see that. Just drawing up where Ben's still doing. What is it, Michelle?
Right. No, I got no problem. No, it's fine.
I didn't think you would. No, that's fine. So we've been back already, and already. I mean, I did when I was typing in Mountie Michelle. Want to type in midget Michelle, but you know. I
mean, he tried. I wouldn't let him do it.
By the way, there isn't a euphemism for little people. I know it's not called little people that, but Michelle technically isn't a little person, so I can call her that. Guilt-free. What?
I mean, I might lay the guilt on a little bit.
Oh, I'll ignore that.
I wouldn't say guilt-free, but
I will be guilt-free.
You might be, but
that is completely accurate to what I will be feeling. So the other thing which we don't have to hand, because we're recording this on video, and we have never got around to uploading the sound clips, which we should do at some point, to video ready for when we're doing this. So I'm going to have to do all the cues, the little bits of business we usually do up front. And I'm going to have to try and remember what those damn things are as well. So let's get this going. But yo ho ho, we're getting drunk as hell. Tell me this, what rum we're drinking, Michelle. What are we drinking, Michelle?
We're not drinking rum. I mean,
What are we drinking?
this is terrible. I mean,
well, we did have some
right.
rum earlier in all
Yeah.
fairness, as you may be able to tell by the way I'm talking right now.
yeah, not me, but maybe you.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm going to show them on here. So we've got a bit of a mixture going on tonight.
So
there we go.
It's
Samuel Jones bourbon.
Definitely not a Jack Daniel's cheap ripple.
And
amaretto. What is it?
I mean,
in the ghetto.
Yes.
You've got a bit Elvis already.
I did a bit there, but it sounded good in my head. And we're having that with some 7-Up free.
Other lemonades are available.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so basically it's like a Godfather, but instead of Coke, we've got 7-Up.
Yeah. And it tastes really good, actually.
Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah. So cheers.
We're enjoying it, and
so welcome, sir,
cheers.
back to Due South by Southeast.
And
you might call
happy
it the
Easter.
resurrection.
You don't have to. You honestly don't have to.
Pretty sure that's not sacrilegious, but
we're off to a good start.
If you are watching, please do drop something in the chat. We will keep an eye on it. Please join in during the episode. We're going to be talking about what else do we? Oh yeah, of course.
He's pushing me forward here. I don't know what's going on behind me. Sorry.
What's the? I can't remember the tune. The Mini Mountie Club is the problem.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
It's Mini Mountie Club.
Hey. Yeah, we surely had that on the end.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
So Mini Mountie Club, Michelle.
Yeah,
we've got some exciting Mini Mounties this week.
Do we?
So look,
okay.
It's been a while, as we alluded to, since we've done this. And last time we did, I got to interview David Marciano. And as we've established before, it's like taking the King Silver.
Yeah.
Back in the day when they used to subscribe members of the army, what they used to do is they'd put coins into their pewter, whatever they were made out of, tankards.
Mm.
And so when they drank from it, they were accepting the king's coin.
Yeah.
And that's why they invented those tankards with the glass in the bottom, so people could have a look and check for the king's coin. That's why that exists. So much in the same way, if any of the members of the Due South cast come on this show, they instantly accept membership to Mini Mountain Club. They've been conscribed.
There's no choice.
And David Marciano is such conscribed.
And can I just say,
I don't even know if conscribed is the right word. But
we've conscripted him into our Mini Mountie Club.
Conscribed him into.
But can I just say, before I write him down, I actually feel a little bit bad about this, because do you know what number he's coming in at?
Go on.
122.
I think that seems.
I mean, he's actually a member of the cast, and we're like 120. You've come. There are cats. There are dogs in front of you.
Oh, Michelle, it has been a while since you've done this. Let me describe to you how it works. Right. So, if you're a member of the Due South cast, you will eventually. At Christmas, be inducted into the Golden Circle.
Yes,
the Mini Mountie Club Golden
He
Circle.
will, yeah.
That is the honorific that members of the cast get. But when they become a Mini Mountie, one of the Mini Mounties, alongside all us fellow fans, they just get the number and order.
So obviously, the guinea pigs have come before him.
Yes, this seems fair. Chloe and Mercury.
Yeah.
He's
number 22. This is how far we've got on our list now. 122.
Yeah, and we only wanted to get up to 100. So
really, he shouldn't even be in it. But here he is.
There be Michelle, and they might have featured on camera already.
Oh, I think behind us.
It is Willow Shaw.
It's Willow. I mean, she has to, doesn't she?
Yep.
She absolutely has to. She's a number 123 on our list.
Willow in speech marks, Pillow Shaw.
Oh,
no, pillow. That's her. Although, funnily enough, she uses Benny as a pillow when she goes to sit down. Benny's already in the seat. She will not let that bother her.
And can I just say, I mean, I realise we've got quite the height difference going on here.
And that is the normal height difference.
I mean, it is, but I tried to make it look a little bit better, and I gave myself a bit of a booster, but Benny is now behind me and I can't sit on the booster. So you are...
Don't sit on Benny.
No. I don't want to sit on Benny. But
Benny's not a booster.
I had a booster all sorted out for me, but I can't sit on it now. So now I am just like looking like a child.
Hey,
sitting next to
We've gathered on the Due South cast. Tom Listener, he's watching. Thank you very much for dropping by, Tom. I just dropped by.
Hey.
What on earth are you two going on about? That is the usual theme of the show, is what on earth are we going on about?
Absolutely.
Basically, Tom, before we every time we gather for Due South by Southeast, talk about a different episode of Due South by Southeast, or upon occasion interview one of the fine members of the cast, such as yourself, Tom. And a little while ago, we interviewed David Marciano for Squeefest. This was back in September. It's been that long since we recorded an episode.
Mm-hmm.
And we each week have this silly thing, which just started as a bit of a joke on the first episode, where it's Mini Mountie Club. So anyone who watches or listens to the podcast can write into us and become a Mini Mountie. When we interview one of the cast, we automatically assume they want to be a Mini Mountie, and we add them to the list in the next episode. However, we do every Christmas, as an even insaner idea on the insane idea, add a golden circle to the Mini Mountie Club, where we add people from the Due South cast. Tom, what about that was confusing? And we also say what drink we're drinking this week.
Yeah, it's usually rum, but today it's something different.
Yeah. There are some drinks involved in this podcast as well, we should point out, Tom, if you haven't heard it before. Tom, of course, as we get into series 3 and 4 or season 3 and 4, or season 3 as it was here in the UK, of Due South, we will be wanting you to come on the show if you can spare us some minutes. It would be wonderful, but we haven't got that far into it. Sweet. Sweet. Everything is confusing at my age. Tom, I'm very
Tell us about it.
Everything is it's confusing on this show, usually by and large. And the other thing which we covered is I've got a new dog, Willow. I say new, but she's just actually a year old, and this next weekend. So happy Easter, happy birthday to Willow there. Happy birthday to my son, whose birthday was on the 15th.
Happy birthday, Stu.
Happy birthday, Stu. In advance of his birthday, we actually went out and we saw the Bare Naked Ladies as well, which I took him to for his first ever gig back in 2010. And we went again recently.
I'm waving. I'm doing terrible job. I'm waving to Sarah.
Hello, Sarah Kirk. Good evening, all. Sarah Kirk in brackets. We can see it, Sarah
Awesome.
Kirk. Thank you, Sarah Kirk. Or just Sarah.
Yeah.
We'll call her.
Well, I'm just going to call her Sarah.
We're just going to go by Sarah. Yeah.
Hi, Sarah.
So we've done what we're drinking.
Yeah.
We've
done
Mini
mini
Mounties.
Mounties.
Is there anything else we need to do before the episode? I cannot remember how this show works.
I don't think we do. Yeah, it's been so. I mean, if any of you out there remember what we do, please let us know.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if you at any given point know what we're talking about, Tom, and we want to know. I
mean, honestly, no one here knows. I mean, Benny's behind me. He doesn't know what's going on. He's taking my booster seat. Not, it's all right. I'll get over it.
Willow doesn't know what's going on, and she's declared herself the director. So, by the way, I will fill the wall behind me with some interesting things, so these broadcasts look a bit more fancy.
We used to have some Canadian things behind us. I think we had a Canadian flag and stuff. Yeah.
Downstairs.
There goes Willow.
Hey, and from Tom again. This is lovely. Happy Easter and happy birthday to those you mentioned.
Yay.
I'd be honoured to be on your podcast.
Yes.
Just message me whenever you want me to drop by. Thank you very
Awesome.
much, Tom. We might actually save you, because I think by September we might just done enough episodes to get into the 3rd and 4th series of Due South / the 3rd series again here in the UK, just the way it was released. We might be up to date by then, ready in time for Squeefest this year, which raises money for different charities every year. We might. I've been toying with the idea of maybe making Phoenix Rehoming, which we got Benny and
Benny and Willow,
Willow from. Might make that a permanent charity actually going forward. But anyway, either way, that might be a great time to have you on, Tom. So thank you. We will touch base anon. But anyway, Michelle, which episode are we here to talk about?
Yeah, there was an episode. We watched an episode.
Yeah, there was Due South going on.
There was some Due South, believe it or not. So the one we watched today was
Sneak Attack Easter Egg Edition. So Due South.
We snuck up on you today. Body Language. That was the one we watched today.
Right. And oh man, and Michelle, who wrote and directed this one?
I'm going to pass that over to you, Squeak.
Okay, talk to the people while I
talk to the people. I'm trying to find my page here. I mean, let's not try and pretend we're professionals.
There's no script for this, by the way, Michelle.
There's no. I mean, there's notes. There's no script. I'm. Oh my. I mean,
there are notes which I get Michelle to take every time when we do, even when we're doing it across.
Yeah.
She's going to take you.
And I'm not saying we're a little bit rusty here, but actually, to be honest, I'm sure if we listened back to some of our old ones, we're probably doing better now than we did in the beginning. Oh, I have
went
them.
into IMDb and it was already open to the show, so I thought, oh, I'll go to the correct series, look up the correct episode of Due South. I realised after I was looking up Due South, looked up Veronica Mars, so that's not very helpful.
Yeah, let's not go to that. Let's stick with Due South today.
Yeah, we'll save that for Veronica East by Southeast.
Okay. Well, I've got well, I'll let you do your thing. I am ready to go because I'm more professional than you.
As soon as I can find it. Here we go.
Yeah, we're waiting.
I'm trying to find it.
Happy Easter, everyone. Hope you're enjoying your eggs.
By the way, very pleasing episode this week. This, I was saying when we were watching this, it is a wonderful one to watch when you haven't watched Due South for a while, because man, without feeling like it's derivative, it hits all the Due South by South, by Southeast. Sorry, it hits all the Due South.
You just renamed it now after us.
Name the show Due South by Southeast. But no, Due South. This episode of Due South really hits all the kind of moments of a classic Due South episode, and it's just wonderful. It is really it's like it's a beginner's guide to Due South in one episode.
Yeah, no, it was a good one.
Yeah, it covers all bases, and has some wonderful cheesy moments, which are just great.
Yeah.
Oh God! Oh, Sarah, I'm sorry to hear that. Sadly, she had to buy her own Easter egg.
Oh. Do you know what, Sarah? I didn't get an Easter egg either, which I'm not complaining about. But
do you know what I got? Where I am myself a vegan, I may have mentioned. I know we go on about it all the time, apparently.
We're so boring. Sorry.
Oh, and Tom just said, enjoy. Have a great evening. Cheers.
Cheers, Tom.
Have a great evening.
Thank you.
But anyway, yeah. I now Nicola's moved out. I'm looking for a couple of housemates. I've got one secured, and she was lovely enough to get me a tray of cakes. So thank you very much for Paula for that. Yes, loads of Easter cakes, and as I say, because I'm vegan, like there's some stuff like there was donuts in there.
Nice.
I haven't had donuts in so long. Oh, it's just lovely. So thank you very much, Paula. That was from the good people at Thrive. Those cakes.
Thrive. Yeah. I mean, if anyone lives in Southampton, in England,
I believe there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
Is there a chain? Isn't it a small chain?
I don't know actually. I only know the one in Southampton. I don't know. I don't know. I went very high pitched there. I don't know. Yeah, they're great actually. It's all vegan, plant based, kind of in Thrive in Southampton, and I know my daughter loves it. And yeah.
And I think that's
I don't know. I don't even need them myself.
But it's John Kaser was the director, and we've got writers Paul Haggis, created by creator, and James Kramer wrote this particular episode. So
nice.
James Kramer and John Kaser, thank you very much for this wonderful episode.
It was a good one.
Yeah, so it kind of does open up as we like with a nice Ray Benny scene. So they're picking out some sunglasses, nice innocuous task. Well, wouldn't you know it? Some woman drops a rabbit. I mean, it can be a matchbox, it can be a rabbit. You get the item dropped.
Yeah.
You get an insane chase with Benny where he jumps over improbable things. Like just as he's about to jump over some cement, someone puts a ramp in place just for him to jump on. And then a sofa happens to be passing. It is brilliantly Due South, so improbable, but you love it.
Absolutely. I mean,
to catch this woman,
it was a lovely start. Absolutely lovely start to the show for us. And I'm wondering if there was something that we missed at the beginning. I think because like throughout the episode we were watching, the dogs are barking a little bit, and I think maybe there was a few things that kind of got a little bit lost to me anyway. Something that kind of made a bit more sense kind of later on. So with Ray with the glasses, I think he was seeing that as a good luck thing. So we had like the good luck charm of the was it rabbit or whatever it was dropped by the lady, and I think Ray was trying on these tiny little sunglasses, weren't they? And I think he was seeing them as a bit of a good luck charm. So I think he got missed or something by someone on a bike. I don't know. I could be a little bit wrong. So I think we were missing a couple little bits.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So I think that was kind of what was happening. And I wasn't really understanding that throughout the episode, I think, because we missed something. And then at the end, there was a comment that was made about it being a good luck thing.
Yeah,
so I think
the good luck charm of the bunny was meant to be mirrored by the
good luck of Ray and his sunglasses. Yeah. Because he kept throughout the episode, he was putting them on quite a lot, wasn't he? But and they were so dated, these. But they were so dated, these kind of tiny little.
They look pretty cool, myself.
I mean, he was rocking them. you know, I think he was rocking it. Yeah, there was a great chase scene at the beginning, and then Benny's like handing back this lucky charm to this
Yeah, you said you wish a man would do that for you. Someone would come at you with a rampant rabbit. I think that was.
I mean,
that you wanted the same thing to happen to you.
I think you slightly misunderstood what I was saying there, but
No,
yeah,
I'm
we'll
pretty
go
sure.
with that. Yeah, yeah, we'll stick with me wanting him to come at me with a rampant rabbit. Yeah,
Yeah, with the bunny.
bunny
So
rabbit,
that's
bunny
what
rabbit. I meant yes, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it is a wonderful due south kind of moment.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's a copy from any other episode, but this one again, it's just wonderful for getting any moment within this episode feels like from a classic due south kind of moment.
Yeah.
You get in so many other episodes. It's like a greatest hits with new footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really nice when we get to the scene where, you know, Benny's managed to catch up with this taxi. I think she was in this. You got this beautiful blonde lady in this taxi. He hands her back this little stuffed toy, and she's explaining this is her good luck toy and everything. And then she's kind of flirtatious with him, and you think, oh, you know, she's trying to set a date. She's like, oh, you know, meet me here at this time. Oh. No, now I'm just living it how I would have played it. Oh,
yeah. Oh, young man.
Oh, young man, if you come and meet me here at this time.
Shout out, come and hi to Simone Coombe, who said hi to us.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Simone.
Hi,
That
Simone.
sounds like someone who wants to be a mini mountie in the future.
Just let us know.
Say the word.
Just let us know. Literally have to do nothing. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. You just get your name out.
We will not be contacting you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it does seem weird now. We've got a list of 122 names. It seems like we're doing something with it. But trust me, it's going nowhere. This is a bit that just keeps on running for no good reason.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah. And
Say
just
it again.
And actually I was talking to I mentioned something to my son this morning. I was like, oh, I need to find my mini mountie list. And my son was like, you're what? I was like, you know you're on it. He was like, I'm what?
Totally on it.
I was like,
supposed to be on it.
I was like, you're number 2. It's like your sister is number 1, you're number 2. And he was just like, what are you talking about? Honestly.
It's okay to be a mini mountie, right? Can you write the name down?
It's going down. It's going down.
So we can remember to enough about your rabbit. Anyway, make a note that one counts for next episode though. Because we're running out names. Running out people.
Don't tell people that.
Wasn't apparent at all.
And can I just say to Simone, fantastic surname. Before I got married, mine was Coombs. So just saying.
So you're saying hers inferior because it hasn't got the S on it. Don't be insulting to our
Although I didn't have an E, so mine was just BS.
Yeah.
Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Sounds about right. I mean, I don't know what joke I'm going to tag up, which is going to be funnier than you saying my name was BS. Not really leaving me in a lot of places to go with this.
No. Anyway, we were talking about a program.
Yeah, we were, yeah.
We digressed. Yeah, so originally I thought that she was trying to kind of flirt a little bit with Benny. I mean, why wouldn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we can all see why she would. But then it looks like she was actually trying to get them at a scene of a crime. Because he turned up, didn't he? And he took Ray.
Yeah.
I mean, this woman's flirting with him. It could be potentially a date, but he takes Ray. Of course he does.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, when he's describing to Ray, it's like, well, she was kind of doing this. Oh, no, it was later scene with the...
Yeah, so because I thought, oh, she's just flirting, but no, it was actually a crime. When they turn up to this certain place at a certain time, there was a crime happening, and I've written down there were explosives and people were arrested. Someone was cutting. I'm trying to think back now. So someone was cutting the wide fence, weren't they? And then there was explosive. But yeah, anyway, there was this crime going on where she'd arranged to meet Benny.
Yeah, it was actually it was one of the few moments where you get a tip off for Ray from Benny, and it pays off.
Yeah,
and everything goes. It's going, wow, thanks. He almost looks surprised that anything that Benny's given him has led to something directly. Because usually it's like, oh no, nothing's happened here. But later on, if we keep on following this trail of breadcrumbs, we might eventually get to something, but it won't be the original case we were on. This time he's legit got a lead, which leads to an arrest. So yeah. Bit of a rare win for Ray there.
Absolutely. And can I just say I've got my booster seat back now?
Say,
It's like Benny's moved. I was like, oh, I can come up a little bit now. I can.
okay, have you got the safety straps on?
No, and I'm starting to get a little bit of vertigo. I mean, I'm still look very small compared to you, but it's better.
Got the gift.
Oh yes, so then they were trying to track down this lady, weren't they? So they were trying to track her down, and
We all love
so they went to this, I think it was like a cafe or a diner or something, and they were trying to explain to like the woman who works there. I was like, oh, do you remember this woman? She was in here yesterday, and it was a brilliant scene, wasn't it? And they're saying like what she looked like, what she's wearing, and this woman's like, I don't remember. Imagine how many people you serve in a
Have you got
day.
a picture?
Yeah.
And then Benny starts drawing her, and it's just genius. Not only
Yeah.
is it perfectly Benny to have this moment where it's like, okay, someone asked for a picture, so of course he's the only person on planet Earth who would think, oh, I'll just draw one from memory. That's great enough. But they also do the drawing in minimalist style, so it's like it's basically just lines to create the image, like or basic lines. It looks dead on like her, but it's something you could draw in the time you've given. If you were like really good at art, you could draw that in that time. So they actually bring the realism into the
They
style
do,
of drawing
yeah.
that they use. So it's not like this detailed 3D image. It's like a line drawing of this woman.
But it was really, really good anyway.
Nice
And
attention
yeah,
to detail. Yeah, brilliantly like her, but possible to draw in the time. That's the kind of attention to detail.
only Benny can do
Step
that.
like
Yeah.
himself.
Only Benny. And of course, the woman that works there, she sees it and she goes, oh, actually, yeah, I do remember her. And the thing that she kind of thought was strange and why she remembered her was because of this folded up note that she gave her when she paid. And because I didn't quite get where they were going with this.
I mean, it's a sort of clue. I feel like Blaine Garrison, aka used to be known as Johnny White Trash, who does some of the music for South by Southeast. I kind of get the feeling he might recognize the shape of the note. I'm just saying.
I mean, it meant nothing to me.
Knee Johnny, you might recognize it.
Yeah, it meant nothing to me. But then the next minute, they're going around strip clubs.
And admittedly, I did go. It's like, I will be from a strip club. And you go, what?
How did they know that?
Yeah, I genuinely not ever used one. Just haven't. Like, I'm just sheltered life. I'm not boasting.
No, like I'm saying, if I have walked into one, no one's ever put money like that in my pants. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
So you've walked in there and your qualm is that no one was shoving your bills in just because you entered.
Just because I walked in, no one put any money in my pants. Come on. What's the point of this place? I walked it back out again.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. That's not true. It's not true. I haven't.
Oh, I don't know what this is in response to, but Simone's put interesting. I can't believe anything we've said.
Nothing has been interesting.
Thank you.
But yeah, thank you very much. Oh, I think we should put that as
I should point out this is a 4-day weekend here in the UK, and I actually had to work Saturday, but I had like a 2-day weekend. I had a day off in lieu of one of the bank holiday. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I had a day off in lieu for the Saturday, so I had one weekend, work the Saturday, then I had a weekend now. And you work today as one of our wonderful NHS nurses, which we salute every time we go on South by Southeast.
Well, thank you. But yeah, I mean, to explain myself, I've worked all weekend, so that might be why the way I am. I mean, I'm never any different, but today I feel like I have a slight excuse.
Yeah, I mean, and her shifts are right arses. And when I say that, I literally mean it. She works in endoscopy. Oh, sorry, is it colonoscopy? Which am I meant to say?
It's called endoscopy.
Oh,
I feel like we keep having this conversation.
The thing is, I've said it wrong so many times. When I say it right, I go, "Oh no, I must have got it wrong."
Honestly, the amount of times that I answer the phone to people and I'll be like, and what procedure are you having? I'm having an endoscopy. I'm like, but which one? We go in many holes. Which one?
Do you go in many though? Do you really?
And they'll be like, the one that goes in the bum. That's a colonoscopy.
Yeah. You say go in many holes. It's like, I feel like this is one of the places where it's like, all you do is asses all day. And you might have one procedure which involves one of the other orifices. But they like to say, well, we do other procedures.
We do other holes too.
It's the arse. Oh, the same as the last 20
Although,
guys.
I have to say, for nurses that work in intensive care, they have a fantastic saying. It's like, if there's a hole, we'll stick a tube in it. If there's not a hole, we'll make one.
My policy on dates. Hey, ladies, single. Just saying. Anyway, that
that's
was
enough
my
talk
way-
about holes, isn't it?
When I was talking about the long weekend, I was just going to say that's why we might have started drinking early.
We never have a conversation that doesn't involve holes.
Oh my god. Sarah Cook, it's great we're having a biology lesson. Thanks. Please never take anything we say as a lesson on anything.
Oh dear.
Oh, not a nice job. I work in a care home in Congo.
Oh,
Oh, you know the pain that I've worked in care
oh,
homes.
Simone. Yes.
We've all been care workers. Yeah.
I have worked in a nursing home. He's worked in a nursing home. It's tough work. Someone's got to do it. It's tough work. It's rewarding work, but it's, yeah.
There are some adult nappies to be changed. Let's just say that.
It's good work though.
Anyway, yeah.
Absolutely good work. And let's get back to the blonde. The blonde in the strip club. Oh, but the best bit, I absolutely loved it. So they worked out that she was in a strip club, and they go round because they're trying to find her. So they go round all these different strip clubs. And there's this amazing bit where Ray, he's getting all the receipts for every time he gets charged to go into a strip club.
And
He's
what did he
getting all the
say?
receipts from it. What did I say?
Oh, he's going to put that through an expenses, and the next scene he does.
He does. He absolutely does. Yeah, he's getting all these receipts. I'm thinking, why would you get receipts for going in a strip club? Obviously, you don't want proof you're going in a strip club, really, do you? Yeah. So
You might want to show off to the guys. You know,
so yeah, there was a wonderful
hey,
scene.
Dewey.
Look how many clubs I've been in today. This is just one day.
Yeah, you're dressed in a fancy outfit this episode, but strip clubs.
Yeah, I mean, eventually they do find her. They Aphrodite, I think she was going by.
She was mighty.
There was some lovely little bits there when they were just walking around, because obviously Ray, I mean, he looked like he was absolutely in his element,
Yeah.
looking at all these lovely ladies,
again,
half dressed.
Another thing would say bring in.
Brinkin.
Say bring into this episode, in it, like, you know, for it. Another thing would say bring into this episode. You know, we love our digressions in this podcast. For anyone who's new,
Do we?
do. And there was a sitcom from the 80s called Watching, which the idea was you've got this girl who's a people watcher, and you've got a guy who's a bird watcher, and they meet, and hilarity ensued from their different worlds. Had Lisa Tarbuck as the sister of the woman.
Okay.
Anyway, I've been watching that a lot recently, and the woman's got a Liverpool accent. I think that's where that one came from.
Okay.
What was my point? I started.
I have no
on
idea.
that? I'm sure there was one. I love watching Sarah Kirk. Yes, brilliant. It was great. Yeah, the first two series were really funny. I'm now on like fourth, and it's starting to lose its appeal a little, but it's still good fun. Anyway, yeah, it was.
Yeah, so I was saying that Ray was just like smiling, and absolutely in his element.
Another thing which they do in G South a lot, which they do here, which this is a great example of, is the whole thing where Ray is in his element around all these women and really happy about it and probably getting nowhere as usual. And then you've got Benny, women throwing themselves at him left, right, and center, and he's got no idea. And he's just got no, like, he may as well be in church as a strip club for the amount he's paying attention to the boobs. Yeah. It's lovely. I really love that element where it's,
But he's only focusing on the face, isn't he? Because he was like, because I think like Ray was like saying at some point, you know, do you recognize any women? And he can't really see the faces very much. And he was like, I can't remember how he put it now. But he was like, I only saw her face. I couldn't recognize her by her other features or something like that, he said.
So we get, again, just classic Benny. Oh, and
absolutely,
we've got coming up a Walsh scene, I believe.
Yeah, we do. And
well, we get in this next scene. We get a scene, which we're always overblessed to see, Catherine Bruyer. She has a nice little moment.
She does,
has sunglasses as well. That leads into, on the way through, you get a Dewey scene.
We do, yeah.
Where he's dressed very smart to get points for this competition. And then you've got a Ryan Walsh scene. And for once, Walsh is actually praising him that if he does a good job, he can get something. And he's got this in on, because the neighborhood they're investigating, it could impact on someone which Walsh's friends in the DA office have been trying to get for a while. So if he gets it, he'll look great.
It looked really good,
So
yeah.
It's actually, I say all this about it being a classic Due South episode, which it is, and it does hit a lot of Due South hallmarks. This actually turns on its head the usual thing that happens to Ray. Ray comes off pretty well in this episode.
Oh, sorry, Simone's just asked like what episode are we talking about? So it is
Body language.
body language.
We're talking about body language. So you get the scene whereby, So all throughout this episode, in fact, you get Ray at the beginning. He gets these cool new sunglasses. Then he gets the tip off, which actually pays off for Benny, which he never gets.
Yeah, not
Then
normally.
gets a moment where he goes in to see Walsh, and Walsh is actually seeming impressed with him.
Yeah, because it starts off, he's being called into the office like, why are all these strip clubs on your expenses? Like, what the hell's going on? But then when he goes on to explain it, because stop this mob war, you know, all of a sudden, like Walsh is like, go for it, let's get them.
Yeah. Oh, and you get a bit of a dark line from Dewey, which I feel like you've got to have these lines every now and again to show, like, Dewey can't be an out and out bad guy. Huey, Dewey, and none of those characters can be out and out bad. But you've got to show the reason why Ray and Benny are better. So when you get the competition episodes, that's why we're rooting for them. So I think that's a nice like little throw in. But he's not a bad guy. He just sometimes goes stuff like, oh yeah, well, if the mobsters sort themselves out, right? What if we just stand back? Maybe we just let it happen. Oh,
yeah.
And I like that. But this episode, as I say, it's kind of like it also adds a bit of believability, because where Ray usually loses in these episodes, he's kind of the butt of the joke quite a lot of the time as the buffoon kind of character.
Yeah, usually,
Having an episode where he wins actually makes it a bit more believable, because everyone who's a kind of someone who loses in these things kind of wins every now and again.
Yeah,
it makes it nice. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So they do find Aphrodite in the strip club, and there's a bit of a kerfuffle going on. I think there was some rats that came out, and everyone was kind of screaming and shouting and leaving. But she gives Ray and Benny the key to her flat, and she's like, "Meet me back there," and tells them where to go. So they end up meeting back at her flat. And I don't think I actually wrote down her actual name. What was her name? It wasn't Aphrodite. That was just her stage name. Oh, I can't remember.
Her exact name is,
I don't think I wrote. We could just call her Aphrodite. I mean, that's a nice name, isn't it? But it wasn't her actual name. But there was this lovely scene where they.
I mean, let's not have a look. Let me have a think.
You have a think. I'll talk. You have a think.
Ida Banks.
Ida. That was it. I mean, not that far off of Aphrodite. So they meet up with her, and I think she tells them like she's concerned about someone, doesn't she? And Benny and his he and his senses.
And when we see the person who she's concerned about, which it's the next scene.
It's part of this scene actually, because
they're in the bar.
No, not in the bar. It's before then. It's even better than then. It's even better than I think. Yeah, so because Benny's like, okay, this is a man you're concerned about, and he smokes a lot. And she's like, he's looking around. No, this is the one where they're back in her flat for the first time. No.
Okay. Well, in that scene, because they like go. Yeah. It's this little Sherlock Holmes moment, which you get.
100%. Yeah.
Yes, because you've got an ashtray there, but you're not smoking.
You don't smoke, but you've got a lot of ashtrays.
Yeah, so you're keeping it there for a guy who does smoke, and you kept it by the window because you're ashamed of it. Or there's
something like that. But so they work out, she's concerned about someone, but then he comes home and she's like, hide in the closet. So they go and, oh my God, you're drinking much quicker than me.
Well, you have to take this clearly.
But you can pour.
Well, empty glass then. And plus, I was trying to not pour next to the microphone.
I'm sorry, you're trying to look professional here.
Yeah, that's not going to.
Yeah, let's not try and start now. It's too late for that. I can't talk and drink.
Right, so drink and I'll talk. So, guys, we're having a wonderful episode here. We're talking about the body language, the Due South Series 2.
It was really good.
As they're known in America and the Canadians. And we're going to be talking about this episode. We're nearly getting to the end of Series 2. Then we get to open up the guest list such as Tom Melissus, who we were talking to earlier, exclusively on this episode of Due South by Southeast who wish us a happy Easter. I'm going to say that's an exclusive. And exclusive. And we're going to, it wouldn't be great if we managed to, because we've had Paul Gross and Dave Marciano. What have we got? Callum Keith Ray.
Well done for drinking your cup of tea. We're on something a little bit stronger tonight.
You've got to read out the comment if you're going to comment.
I'm sorry.
I'm drinking a lovely cup of Earl Grey, says Sarah Kirk. Yeah, well done on being on the Earl Grey. We might be drinking sterner stuff.
Yeah, slightly
admit,
stronger stuff.
Sorry, look, guys. Again, it's been a long few weeks.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, /3 years since COVID started or whatever it's been now.
I've just recovered from my second bout of COVID.
The thing I love about this, Michelle, was that we were talking about the fact that this is the round of COVID, which gets anyone who hasn't had it yet. Yeah. And Michelle, working on the front lines of COVID during the pandemic, during the worst of things, got a bout of it. And the bout which Michelle got at that time had basically no symptoms apart from loss of smell.
Yeah, I lost my smell and my taste. That was it. I felt completely fine, but I couldn't smell or taste a thing.
That was it. Other people were floored by it. And then Michelle manages to get it right now, and she gets floored by it when she's not around COVID patients so much. It just goes to show that this really is the strain which is getting everyone. But
this is a tough one.
To the wonderful vaccines, I'm sorry, I'm going to dump this tough. Thanks to the wonderful vaccines, there are so many less people being hospitalized. But the strain in the NHS now is the fact that lots of people are going off with COVID. Anyway, has that
it's 100%
installed enough while you sorry. Pardon me if there's any mini mounties watching. Has that given you enough time to finish your drink?
Yeah.
Given I'm pouring the next
one.
Yeah,
you're pouring the next one. It's finished. It's gone. And to Sarah Kirk. Not Sarah Kirk. Oh, did you hide one? Yeah, I was gonna read a message. There was another. There was another one. Oh, okay. Well, Sarah Kirk. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
On the screen right now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry. It'd be
the thing that's on the screen.
It would be great to get Callum too.
There you go.
It wasn't that difficult, was it? I went to read it on one side, it moved to another. I
just want to get on the entire podcast. Is that too much to ask?
We'd like to get Callum too. Hopefully we will. You've done an awesome job at getting people on the show. I think you can do it.
My thanks there. I mean, I have reached out to some of them myself, but a lot of thanks has to go to the guys behind the G7 events. Mainly, John has been my help. John Wright has been a great help in getting
amazing.
Guests.
Yeah, amazing.
Now we've got 5 people watching now. If you're just joining us late, you can watch this awesome beginning later. But we are now currently talking about body language.
Yes.
So
Oh yes, I was going to say. So they are. Yeah, they're in the closet.
Yes, this is a great running joke. Like this is one of the ones where it's like it's an in the closet joke, which is not harmful to anyone. It doesn't date poorly. It doesn't feel like an insult to gay people. It's just like they're in the closet, because the term's in the closet. That's it.
Yeah,
that's as deep as it goes. That's as insulting as it goes, which is not insulting. It's great. Perfect.
And there was this wonderful bit as well where Ray and Benny are in the closet and Benny's hat is still outside. Yes. And he sees it, and this Aphrodite lady sees it, and he just opens the door. She's like, throws it. He's like, close. It was amazing. It was a lovely little scene.
It's if the man had come in, had gone to grab something from the closet, and Benny handed it to him, like in anything like this, like when someone's handing in the closet. That would have made.
Yes, that would have been good.
Only thing. It was lovely, and I noticed very early doors who that guy was.
You did. You did a really good.
Yeah. In Orange is the New Black. That's what I love about watching back the G-Cells. You suddenly either get people who you never noticed before were in the episodes, or people who've become famous since your last rewatching. So Orange is the New Black.
Yep.
Okay. A few years it's been around now, but relatively new show. And so it's great to see Caputo in this. And this was his second ever TV role.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed that, but actually, I mean, you're so right, because there's been so many people that we've picked up when we've been rewatching it, and we're like, oh my god, I didn't like back then. You didn't know it. You've seen him in so many things since. It's great.
And as much as I love Due South, I actually purposefully don't watch ahead. I don't watch episodes until we're doing it for this, because I want to be surprised. And it's really wonderful when you haven't watched them for a few years to watch them and really be amazed by how good they are. And like how, again, I think whenever I've watched this previously, I've never known how much this is it's got every classic Due South moment in one episode. It really does.
It really does. Yeah,
they've done it on purpose, but I don't think they have.
No.
Did we get to him dreaming yet? Or not?
So I think after this bit is when, so this guy that she's living with, he comes home and he falls asleep on the sofa. And this is when he falls asleep and he starts sleep talking. And this is when it's all coming out.
Do you know what I love Due South for usually is the it feels like it could happen. It feels realistic. It feels, very heightened reality.
Yeah.
But it's usually doesn't go into the it selectively goes into the absurd. This is one of those moments where it selectively goes into the absurd to have the guy talking in his sleep. And that's the engine for the whole story. It's about the guys talking in his sleep and giving away the mob's plans. And I love it. Like there's other shows where I'd be going, oh, come on, that is so cheesy and so rubbish.
Only this one can get away with it.
Yeah, Due South is so good at putting it in.
Yeah.
Again, it's such a heightened reality. It can get away with this. But in other episodes, it can be just deadly earnest and deadly serious. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, I had no complaints. It was so funny. And then Ray goes over there because I think he's trying to like coax more information out of him while he's asleep, isn't he? Because he's like talking about like everything that's going to happen, and he's like trying to get more information. And the guy just like turns over and an arm goes over Ray, and he's hugging Ray.
I love it when Benny's talking to him, and it goes, "You shut up." Very sorry. Yes. Ray, you apologise to the sleeping guy.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
There's a song in there somewhere. What did we say? This problem. Sometimes the comments come up and I don't know what I'm saying from sentence to sentence.
We've said so much, Sarah. There's a song in there somewhere. So what's that about? It could be that.
In the closet, it's Ray and Benny in the closet.
I'm sure that wouldn't be the song. That wouldn't be the song.
You'll be humming it tomorrow.
I know I won't. Oh dear.
Talking in your sleep. I mean, usually, pretty. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. Is there a song called "Talking in Your Sleep"?
I don't know. There could be. Maybe there
Sarah,
is.
What song?
Yeah, tell us the song. I mean, he'll try and sing it.
Yeah, I'll make it. Talking in your sleep. Talking in your sleep. Talking in the sleep.
I mean, he doesn't need much encouragement, but yeah.
No, just some more booze, really.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. And
enjoy your Earl Grey as well. I'm sure that's just as nice.
Earl Grey, hot.
I would hope it's hot. A cold cup of tea is not good.
Sure. Come on.
I don't know. I don't know.
We think it's Crystal Gale who did Talking in the Sleep. Talking in the Sleep by Crystal Gale. Does ring a kind of bell, Sarah? Well,
we're going to have to look that up now. For the next one, we'll come on singing it. Yeah. Just for you. We'll come on singing it. Talking in your sleep. That does sound. Yeah, it does sound like it could be a song, doesn't it?
Well, apparently it is.
It must be.
I mean, I'm going to take Sarah Kirk's word for it.
Yeah.
For it.
Take a word for it.
I mean, she's a mini Mountie, so
Yeah. Simone's a mini. Is Sarah? Sarah, are you?
I couldn't see.
I haven't seen.
I haven't seen. Sorry.
I haven't seen.
I haven't seen Due South for years. Would love to see it again. Please.
YouTube. If you can get it on YouTube.
Yes.
Definitely do it.
It is wonderful. Yeah, YouTube, it is available. However, because they have to mute the music, and the music and
that's a shame.
So good, if you can find it on DVD, I think it's a bit hard to come by at the moment. But I've got the entire box set, and it's wonderful. The music is so good on Due South, though. We were lucky enough to talk to Jay Semko a little while ago.
She is a mini Mountie. Sarah's a mini Mountie.
Yes, I am a mini Mountie.
Sorry, we have 122 now, so it's and Sarah, a lot of them are dogs.
We don't forget one mini Mountie.
I'm sorry, it's been so long.
So I would do recommend listening to it with music because when I was talking to Jay Semko, the man behind the music producer, it was lovely. I was just saying to Michelle before we came on, it was really great when I interviewed him because we haven't talked on the show since.
No,
I don't think. And the really special thing about that was when he said that, oh, I've never heard that arrangement of the Due South theme tune. I'm going, what's he talking about? And I realized I played the credit sequence to Due South by Southeast. And it's got my main man, Matt Lee's music, which you can check out
Matt
now
Lee's, yes.
on any of your streaming services or buy the album, because then you actually get some real money for it as opposed to 1 penny every million downloads. But yeah, please do check out Matt Lee's music. He does the music for Due South by Southeast, for the Dr. Squeeze show, my other radio show. And he's wonderful. Yeah, and the fact that Jay Semko's hearing his reworking of his song and going, yeah, that's pretty cool. That was wonderful. It was really great to be able to play that for Matt and to give him those praises.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, sorry, where are we?
I know. I feel like, I mean, we keep digressing. It's not like us.
Yeah, it's so unlike us. We're so on point usually.
Oh, where were we? Where were we?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we are still the only Due South podcast. However, if one starts up and they go, no, we're going to give a serious look back on the episode.
I mean, we're screwed. If anyone's more professional than us, we are screwed.
I like to think we bring the Due South knowledge and we bring the fun as well.
Yeah. Get in the closet. We've done that. Talking in the sleep.
Got in the closet.
Oh, yeah. So after that, because I think Benny was talking to someone on the phone, wasn't he? But then he goes back to his consulate and he speaks.
Drug dealer.
No.
No, he got clean.
No, and then he goes and speaks to Thatcher, doesn't he?
Does.
Yeah, I mean, I noted that down. It's always good to have a little Thatcher scene. Not much of her in this one.
No, and you also do get a Turnbull moment, but it's only on the phone.
Yeah,
you don't see Turnbull.
that was it. Because I think he spoke to Turnbull on the phone, but then he was looking for Turnbull, but saw Thatcher and got a little bit of a.
Could you cover me for 3 minutes and say, 3 minutes? You can hear his voice even though you don't hear him.
That's
him say, for 3 minutes. What if I get in trouble? No, you won't get in trouble. It's fine.
But then, because he gets caught by Thatcher being late, then doesn't he? So he's in a bit of trouble. Nice. But yeah, I mean, especially after some of the last episodes we watched of Due South, there's like hardly anything Thatcher in this one. It's like,
I mean, mind you,
straight back to Benny business.
The guest appearance, kind of like she's just being introduced in series 2. Yeah, but in series 3 when she becomes a regular.
Wasn't it one of the last ones we watched where they kissed and everything on the roof of the train? And now, it was, but now it's like straight back to like professional.
It's interesting because in the second series, again, she was guest star, and they had this thing whereby it was everything was really contained in the episode. You had some callbacks on episodes which were meant to be sequels to the other episodes, but generally, what happens in one episode doesn't feature too much in the next one. You get a few exceptions to all, but generally. Whereas when they brought it back for the third series, I think Paul Gross's, it seemed to be one of his things he wanted to do was have more connective tissue, more kind of like callbacks, more core cast being in every week. So you get Thatcher in it every week, you get Turnbull in it every week.
Yeah.
And they refer back to that kiss. I think more in the third and fourth series than they
possibly.
Do
it just seems so. It seemed just a little bit weird that it's just then kind of like almost forgotten about.
Well, I mean, in the second series, it seems to be certainly at certain moments they will push the relationship between Thatcher and Benny, but they wouldn't have it every episode.
Yeah,
it's a very chaste relationship.
This is a much more of a Benny and Ray. A Rennie. They got some indigestion. They need a Rennie.
Was that how Yeah. Benny, Renee. Get Renee on the phone. He's going to replace Benny. Oh, sorry, Ray when he leaves.
Don't replace Benny.
No,
oh my God! Don't replace Benny. Don't listen to him, Benny. You're not being replaced.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Sorry, we've already talked about.
Viewers.
I'm sorry, we've already talked about like some of the stuff I've written down. Then, I've written something down. Now I can't remember the context to it. It's like Aphrodite.
Michelle, you've just drawn a Willy. Sorry.
Aphrodite wants to date Benny, and then I've written in quotation marks, "Oh boy." What was that about?
Was that it's when he's doing his bit as the Mountie, and he's got to stand at the
what was
like
it?
a beefeater or a
that might have been it. Yeah,
So he's just standing there, and she starts like putting her hand under his tunic and goes,
That might have
"Oh,
been
you're so
it.
wonderful. If you ask
Yeah.
me out on a date, just say I might say yes, but I'm going to try and work out how things go with my current boyfriend first.
I think
and then
that
we'll
was
see,
it.
and then maybe yes, maybe no." And he gives this very straight face. But what I love about either Paul Gross is so good, we project things onto him when he's doing this kind of blank-faced acting, or I think he has his blank face affixed so his eyes are saying what he wants them to from the beginning of the scene. So as opposed to him being wide-eyed, which he'd usually be on guard duty, he has kind of like thin eyes. So I think he's trying to show he's uncomfortable from the beginning of the scene. He doesn't change his expression, but it does look like an uncomfortable expression from the beginning. I think that's a purposeful choice, or it might be just me wanting to read it into those dreamy eyes of his. It might be,
maybe,
but yeah. And at the end, when she goes away, he doesn't say anything until she goes away, and then goes, "Oh boy," or
yeah, I think that was it, because I think I liked at the beginning of that scene. I know I'm just like writing these things down. I can't flipping remember, but I liked at the beginning of that scene that I think they're trying to kind of like demonstrate just how much he's like willing to just kind of like stand there and take anything, because he gets this pigeon.
Take anything. Does he, man?
You got such a dirty mind. He's got this pigeon that like lands on his hat, and we all know just how well he takes care of this hat. And then he's got this pigeon just like standing on it, and because even I'm like me watching, I'm going, get off his hat. Do you know how much he's taking care of that hat? How much he cleans it? Get off of it. This is what I'm thinking. So I think they're just kind of like demonstrating just how much he's willing to just kind of put up with to do his duty and stand there. And
I love how concerned you are for his.
I'm so concerned for his hat. I'd clean it for him.
Yeah, I
would.
think it's definitely a very, again, I'm going to choose to believe it's a clever acting choice to have his face, which is fixed throughout the scene, be slightly pensive looking. And it is such a thin line, because if he makes it out and out really obvious that he's scowling or something, he would never be stood in that position. He just tightens his eyes a little bit.
Well, this is it. Yeah,
you can say
it's all
like,
in the eyes.
Oh, well, that's just someone with a dead expression. But for the scene, it really works to show that he's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I think that's a genius choice.
But he's such a good actor.
Yes, indeed.
He is. And so then they're trying to, because they've been listening to her boyfriend talk about what's going to happen in his sleep. Then they're doing a bit of a stakeout, aren't they? They go to this warehouse, and I noted because you made some.
And again, I talk about the kind of atmospheric choices and things which are just echoed throughout other episodes of Due South. This sat behind these like oil drums.
Yeah,
and it just seems like such a brilliant like stakeout moment. Just so iconic, that kind of image of them behind the oil drums. Yeah, it works perfectly for this episode.
It was,
and I'm pretty sure there's so many episodes of Due South when they're on that same tree when they're behind oil drums.
Yeah, so they do the stakeout and they kind of like go into this warehouse, but then I think because I've written down, because like they go back to the boyfriend again, and I think he's talking in his sleep, but because I think this time he's kind of had a talk with his kind of like big boss, and they've told him like, you need to take out someone. So, and he's talking about how he needs to kill someone in his sleep, isn't he? So I don't think we've mentioned him so far. We've previously talked about this, previously seen this kind of like old cowboy.
Oh God,
haven't we?
The old cowboy.
Loved him.
Episode,
yeah, but I think it's happened before this bit.
Ray
but
Benny go off to see him.
Yeah,
and he's just such a stereotype. So obviously,
100%.
At least partly based on. Was a couple of things. There is that like old cowboy image of these kind of horny old cowboy guys. Like they might be the sheriff of the town, who kind of like certainly known down the local strip clubs, would judge the beauty contest. That kind of character. Also, a dash of Hugh Hefner in there, definitely.
Little bit, yeah.
And it's just it seems like so many again of these archetype characters, which is why this makes it such a wonderful episode. But the guy, as much as if it's a real guy, sleazy piece of crap, but like it's so entertaining, so well written, so much fun.
Oh, I think we've got another comment on here.
No, it's not one of the Simone's asked, is that the part where Benny's dead father turns up?
No, actually, yeah.
Although Benny's dead dad does turn up in quite a few episodes.
Yeah, but sadly not this one.
Not this one.
I mean, that's a shame, because I love it when his dad turns up.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah, and then again in the late series he becomes a regular feature because they get his like it's a closet which they usually go into again. It's like a James's.
It's always in a closet.
It's a James's closet they go into, and his
Yeah.
dad's built a log cabin in there.
Yeah.
So he's recreated his log cabin.
Yeah, and like one thing, like with the first time that Benny and Ray meet this older cowboy, that is the dogs making the noise behind us. If you can hear that, it's
Shell.
Benny. It's I'm not scratching. It's Benny scratching.
She's got fleas.
No. But one of the things like afterwards,
Slash STD. Sorry, Gary. This is the way you find out. What?
anyways,
Sorry, Gary. It's been brewing for years. Don't worry. It's not been
brewing the
It's not been cheating on you. It's just it's been there for a long time. It's just starting to manifest. It's one of those slow burns, if you will.
when you're quite finished.
I think that might be a while, but okay, go on. Over to you. Slow burn,
What was I
'cause
saying?
STDs
What was-
burn.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Anyways,
okay.
I think he's had enough of that.
Never enough.
Trying to remember what I was saying. now. Oh, yeah.
Any
So they're
STDs
talking.
mentioned on this episode are purely for comedic purposes, just in case.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Aren't we laughing?
Yes. Well, you're not because it's burning so badly. But that's another story.
Oh, you're so funny. Anyways, after speaking to Benny and Ray,
Yeah.
I love the comment where this old cowboy guy, I don't know his name, but he said, "Oh, I love the Mountie look." He makes he
Yes.
makes the comments about "I love the Mountie look" kind of
Yes.
a thing, and then that kind of comes back a bit later on in the episode, doesn't it? Yeah, because then they find, I think they find out, or they somehow figure out that because the boyfriend's been talking in his sleep again, that he's got to kill someone, and it's actually this old cowboy guy that needs to be killed. Because I think they figure, oh, this might be the bit. Let me just look at my notes because I might be skipping ahead a little bit.
Yeah, we do love the cowboy though. Whoever that
Yes,
is,
he's brilliant, isn't he? He's brilliant.
wonderful.
Who isn't in this program, to be honest?
He's probably one of those great
yeah,
actors
yeah.
who's been in everything. In fact, while you're looking at it,
Yeah, well, I'll just say, like, one of the things that
actually, yeah, one of us
that
should
kind of
mention
comes up. So
that idea.
earlier on, when they were in the strip club and all the rats come out, I think Benny kind of figures out that there was something that kind of brought these rats here.
He smells the rat's breath, or
There was something that he smells, or I don't want to say tastes, but something he smells or tastes or something in this strip club where all the rats were. That's kind of got him thinking, and then
Milton Berle, I think, is the cowboy. I recognise that name.
really, maybe.
I think he's known in either America or not. He was in a Mad World, the classic film, and the Muppet movie.
Okay.
Milton Berle show. He would be
In his own
If anyone's
show.
in that show, be him. Sorry, yes, you are.
Well, I think they're trying to find out where this smell or taste or something that's come from. That's kind of drawn all these rats to the strip club. And they were going. I think Ray and Benny.
Transvestite at wedding.
Yeah, maybe
you keep going. I'm just going to get very distracted by the life's work of Milton Berle. An episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's fine. I was hiccuping as well then. Yeah, they were going through these boxes of food, and I think they were eating ribs or something, weren't they? Trying to find
He was in Love Boat.
Love
He was
Boat
in one episode as Milton Berle.
as himself.
Yeah, he played about
Played
5
himself.
other characters and then himself in one episode.
Okay. Good for
In
him.
Big Adventure. Sorry, shall I
So
stop
he's
derailing the
done
show?
quite a lot then.
Different strokes. He was in everything. Again, he's one of those names I've heard a lot, but I don't know who he is. So,
Well, there we go. Now we know. He's been in the Love Boat
and all those other shows I
and
mentioned.
all the other ones, but mostly the Love Boat.
Oh, too sad.
Well, yeah, mostly Love Boat.
I knew what you were saying.
Yeah, so they were going for all these like ribs and everything, like trying to find the right sauce or something. And then I think Diefenbaker kind of found it, didn't he? Because he was like kind of like nuzzling a box or something, and And I think even after like Diefenbaker had eaten it or something, like Benny was licking the rib or something.
yes.
And like Ray was like,
No, no,
ah.
In fact, it was Benny licked it, and then it's almost like, sorry, no, not Benny, sorry, Deef licked it and gave him a look, and he goes, okay. And it's like that was his.
I think he was like, this is the one.
This one, yeah,
This
yeah,
is the
go
one.
down.
Yeah,
It's
then
like he had told him. That's what the impression that you got from that scene. It's great.
I mean, that's the impression I got. Yeah, and so
Yeah.
he was kind of like, this one, okay, yeah, I'll lick that too. Ugh. Yeah, and that was the one. So then they kind of knew which restaurant that this sauce had come from. So they end up going back to see this old cowboy guy, don't they?
Yes.
This old cowboy guy. I've kind of changed my accent a little bit there. I don't know where I was going with that. That was a little bit, wasn't it? I don't know. Yeah. Oh,
Trench Harris?
yes, definitely. Oh, I've got all I'm professional again. I mean, that doesn't happen often, does it? I'm looking at my notes. I got to read through them.
I think towards the end of the episode.
Yeah, we're getting there.
The actor of 110 credits on IMDb.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. But then Benny goes to talk to the guy that's, Danny. He's the boyfriend of Aphrodite. I think he's trying to talk him out of killing the cowboy guy. I think, isn't he? He's doing a boxing thing, isn't he? Like Benny's holding the, what do you call it? Punch bag. I thought it was gonna have a different name.
The bag which you punch.
I thought it was gonna have a different name, but we'll go with punch bag.
How is the bag you punch called?
Yeah, the punch bag, and so he's like talking to him while he's punching, just like that. I mean, that's how we looked, right? That's exactly how we looked. So, yeah, just like, yeah, pretty much like that, right?
Like he was giving a.
Well, yeah. So he's trying to talk him out of murdering anyone. Anyway, he was being.
Well, that's why he's doing that, because he's talking.
Yes. Yes.
How is he holding the punch bag?
I don't know. He can so much he can do. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, but then Aphrodite gets kidnapped. Dun dun dun. They all get kidnapped. Ray and Benny also get kidnapped, don't they?
Yes. And they get tied to chairs.
Yeah.
For the first time.
No. And it's so funny because they're all like trying to have a conversation. You can't understand anything anyone's saying because they've got like gags in their mouth.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
Oh, God. And this is another classic one where I know Paul Gross and the entire G South cast enough to know they had that scripted. So everything they were saying, and it seemed like Paul Gross was doing the heavy lifting of saying the most.
Yeah.
I bet that was fully scripted somewhere, or was for him to be able to say what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like accidental.
Yeah. So obviously Benny manages to escape first because he was talking about, I think, again, this was a part where I think we were a little bit distracted by the dogs, but because I saw him like kind of like rubbing something to get out, but he mentioned that he managed to like dislocate joints and things. And,
yes. Yeah, that seems to trouble you more. I mean, I think joints have dislocated.
I mean, I do have bad joints that dislocate, so it freaks me out.
When we were younger, I just gave Michelle a hug and her knee went out joint.
Yeah, I do have bad joints.
Good to see you. And you're like,
thanks. But yeah, no, I don't have good joints, so I have a bit of anxiety about dislocated joints, so it freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, I can see.
So
that,
he mentioned that.
Think about that at the time.
Yeah.
When you said you're going. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gross. Okay, it's gross.
One, it's hard to imagine.
But it was also, I can't remember what it was rubbing. It was like rubbing on something as well to escape. I'm not going childish here. I'm being an adult. And so they managed to escape, and then I think they're going to the club to try and like stop this murder from happening. Oh God, what's this?
So, have you guys thought of going on the comedy circuit? Oh, jeez.
You don't want us on the comedy circuit.
If this was a comedy circuit, I'd be offering refunds by now. But thank you, Sam. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Actually, one thing. When they next do Southampton Superpod,
yes,
this time is going to be done as Southampton Podcast Festival. I want to bring Due South by Southeast back onto it.
Because okay,
Me and Nicola previously did the first half of the documentary about hockey by Paul Gross narrating.
yeah.
Which name has kind of gone from my memory for a second. We still need to do the second half. We never did it. So I think that'd be really good to do. So if you fancy joining and doing that,
I might.
it'd be great.
I might.
I'm just saying.
That might be quite fun to do. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it anyway, Sarah.
Yeah, sorry.
It's nice to know someone is.
Yeah.
Because we never know if anyone is.
Including Michelle after my unwarranted STD jokes.
To be honest, even Benny's got off the bed now. I don't think he's enjoying it anymore.
Do you know, it's really funny when I'm working, you get Benny, Dottie and Willow here behind me. They're just like all piled up on the bed.
Surrounded by dogs.
Happy Easter to everyone. She's just off at her mummy's this weekend.
Oh. Yeah, we miss Dottie, but yeah.
We always do, but yeah, we got 2 dogs. That'll do. Anyway,
We do for now. Yeah. So they were going to the club. Going to the club. I'm sure this is what he was doing when the cameras went on. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, he's trying to stop Danny from shooting the old guy. Stop putting me off. We're trying to do a serious show.
Maybe don't do a program with me that involves us drinking a lot of rum then.
We didn't drink. We're not even drinking rum.
Okay, cocktail.
Cocktails.
Started as rum. It ended in cocktails. And debauchery.
Anyway, people. Yeah, so they go to the club. They're trying to stop. But there was this. I absolutely love the scene because they've obviously taken on board his comments about liking the Mountie look. So it's the old guy, old
cowboy.
Well, I couldn't think of the word cowboy. The old cowboy guy.
Horny old jail.
Pretty much, yeah. So he's celebrating his birthday. Then out of these cakes comes these young, beautiful women like popping out, and they're in these skimpy.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
he hated it. He hated it. I loved it.
All I could do to keep on watching the steamed up screen, which I was standing in front of.
Yeah, but I was trying to watch, but he was in the way.
Yeah, it was some pretty sight, guys.
Yeah, so they're in these like skimpy Mountie costumes, and I think even the cowboy guy. The cowboy guy was even like, that's what a Mountie should look like,
yeah,
wasn't it?
That's what I think a Mountie should look like. I say, because he was foghorn leghorn.
Exactly what he sounded like, yeah. And then, so Ray and Benny are trying to get in to help him, aren't they? And like Ray goes up to the bodyguard. What do they call him? Security at the door.
Bodyguard.
Don't sing. Do not sing. I'm sorry.
At least we won't get taken down for any infringement of copyright because no one will recognize it from that.
Thank God for that.
Sorry, we've got neighbours.
Blame it on the dogs.
Yeah.
Blame it on the dogs. Yeah, so they want to get into.
Don't blame on sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the dog eyes. Not so keen on Squeeze singing. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. If I knew how to stop him, I would.
That's fine. The Cowboys play Milton Berle. Yeah, we're talking all about that.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Milton Berle.
I didn't know him before either.
Well, I say I've heard the name a lot, referred to on American shows, but I didn't know
him. I didn't know.
But he astounding performance.
It was very good.
Very, very funny. Obviously,
it was perfect for the part.
Jobs.
Perfect for it. Yeah. Yeah, and I absolutely love the part where Ray and Benny were trying to get in the clubs. They want to save him. They want to stop Danny from killing him. And like Ray goes up and because it's a birthday party, the guy on the door is like,
Happy birthday to
I'm sorry. I don't know how to stop him singing. I can't stop him singing.
I'm very much enjoying my singing stars, apart from Sarah.
Sarah's probably not the only one, to be honest.
Oh, and we've got more casting news. Apparently, Lisa Pascal played Ida Banks.
Ida Banks. Oh, thank you.
Is, but,
I mean, yeah, we'll have to look up.
To IMDb her right now.
Oh, I will. Not right now, but I'll look up, see some of the stuff she's done.
Well, you enjoy that.
I'll
then.
do that. And
Have a
I'll
really
tell
great time
you.
Off mic.
I will message you what else she's
Okay,
done,
thank
right?
you. Brilliant. And I'll go like. But thank you very much for mine. We do really genuinely appreciate.
I mean, she's a pretty woman. I'm surprised you don't want to know what else she's been in.
Pretty woman walking down the street.
Oh. Okay, I regret saying that. Are you done? That was almost Vic Reeves there.
That was the idea of the club stuff.
Anyway, I think I've said this about 4 times now. I love the part where Ray and Benny were trying to get in the club. Anyways.
And there's this pretty one.
You see what I've got to deal with? This is what I have to work with.
He does, it's true.
I can't even fire him because he's got all the equipment, you know.
Yeah. Why should I?
So I'm stuck with him.
Yeah.
I need a drink.
By the way, and I'm not sure they want me to thank them at this stage, but thank you very much to the fine, mighty folks at the Wonky Spanner Network for hosting G Sounds by
For
Southeast.
putting up with him.
And the good people at the Southampton Podcast Festival, which I previously mentioned, who do actually put this out on their social media. So this is going out right now. The mighty Al Galpin.
We got more people here.
We have whoop whoop to the Deb Salisbury. Oh, hello, Deb. Late to the party here. Greetings from Hamilton and Cherry.
Ooh, Canada. We got a Canadian. We got a Canadian in the
And
house
she's
tonight.
there from
Yes.
Alexander Hamilton. Which sounded like it was going to go into Fiddler in the Roof.
It didn't, did it? No, 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 no.
I remember it goes Alexander Hamilton, and then there's other words.
And then it goes into Fiddler in the Roof for some reason.
Yeah, apparently so.
Huh. Anyway, hi, Deb.
Hello to Ontario. Oh, very
Yeah.
cool to have Debs in the house.
Okay, only for the 10th time, I'm going to say, love the part where Ray and Benny tried to get into the... Anyways, the guy on the door, he was like, you can only get in if you've got an invitation. And Ray shows...
This is a really good bit.
Ka, 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 ka.
No, on the screen it just says ka 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 ka. But what Debs has shared is the Canadian flag many times over.
Oh, I was getting excited about that. Ka, 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 ka,
It's
ka.
not showing the flags, it's showing ka, 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 ka.
Well, I did it.
Didn't do
I did
Do you know
it.
what great I love is when they get to the door, they hand out invites, and
Do you?
Invites, and then Benny just goes up to one of them and he just says, "Hey, there's someone in there. They're going to get in trouble if you don't give me the invite now." Someone just hands it straight over,
And he
then-
walks in,
and
yeah.
he walks in, and then Ray's there going, "Hey, someone's in there," and and like people just walking past.
Yeah, like, yeah, we're not going to give you our invitation.
But again, the wonderful thing about that is, it's the way that it's so funny, but so realistic by the fact that the way Benny describes it is so encapsulated, so clear what he's trying to say. And Ray's just trying to win. Goes like, "Oh, there's kind of a guy in there, and there was a bit of trouble with this. He's talking in sleep, and he gets all the details confused." So it feels believable. No one will give him the invite. Michelle, you should have picked up on that moment. I see you recognize your problem and your flaw and your
I know my problem. I know my flaw.
height.
I've got a booster going on, right? I could boost it up a little bit more, actually. I can almost look like a normal height. Can I just say, though, your chair...
You're just going to stand up and be the same height.
Can I just... Your chair is actually higher than mine anyway.
I know.
I'd like to point...
I know.
For anyone at
Not
home
very much, though.
who genuinely thinks I'm tiny, his...
Oh, she is tiny.
I mean, I'm small, but his chair is actually higher than mine. So I look smaller than I normally do, and I normally look small anyway.
All I'm saying is, when we had Basil Brush on Food Fest, he goes, "My, she looks like she's being operated by someone with their hand up the bum." That's what Basil said to me. Just saying.
I've got issues with him.
Nice things come in small packages.
Thank you. Yes,
Sarah,
they do. Thank you,
As
Sarah.
a recently single man, that's good to hear.
And can I just say, I'm going to completely ignore that. I'm just going to ignore that comment
Sorry, I muted
and say
myself,
that
sorry.
when someone is perfect, they just stop growing. So I was perfect before most people.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, move on.
It's just makeups and stuff.
I got some heels. I'm still smaller, but I got heels. Oh, I got a dog. I got a dog
I thought you
behind me
said you
now.
had some pills. It's
I
like,
got-
what's that to help you grow?
I got a little Benny under. I
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
You can't actually see him. I got a little Benny and just under my arm now. Hey Benny. Hey Benny.
Oh god, I'm
Hey, yeah.
feeling
Do you
all
want to
the
say
mess in
hello?
the room, so sorry about
He doesn't want to say hello, but he's here with us, people. He is here with us, and I am I'm being unprofessional again, trying to look at my notes.
that. Anyway, so they have the
Yeah, if you
women
could just
coming out
talk
the
over it.
cave. They have the talking outside. Benny and Ray go into the club.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a showdown. They get the woman to safety and everything's good. That's
So
pretty much it.
Barry. Oh yes, and then Barry does try to shoot the cowboy, and then I've written Barry tries to shoot cowboy, and then underneath that I have written Ray and sexy Mountie. Ray and sexy Mountie. What did I?
Oh, we got hi to the
Hey!
Benny.
Oh, you got a little hey, Benny. You got a
from
little
Simone
hey.
and Sarah.
I'm sure Benny says hello back, Simone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ray and sexy Mountie. What did I mean by that comment?
By the way, any new listeners to the show, Benny named Benton
Benton.
after the
Yeah.
Due South, literally after Benton Fraser, and we got to introduce him to Paul Gross.
Yes, we did.
It's so great.
Yes, we did.
When I was interviewing Paul Gross, like, Benton, this is Benton.
Yeah. I'm sure he was as impressed as we are.
He did actually. He did seem genuinely
He did.
quite pleased with that. Anyway, sorry. What
Yeah.
are we doing now?
Yeah, I wrote
So we still doing
Well,
the show.
I'm trying to remember what I mean by it. I wrote Ray and sexy Mountie. Oh no, I think I do know now. Wasn't it afterwards when they were walking down
Right,
the
yes,
street
okay, so
outside?
they
Yeah.
managed to sort everything out in the club.
Yeah.
The guy who was talking to sleep comes good, of course, as is our one in this episode. And then just as the denouement of the episode, you've got them walking down the street.
Yeah.
They have a nice little moment together, and then suddenly I do actually love the way they encapsulate it, because the woman from the club comes in and comes up with his glasses, because Ray's going.
That was it.
Oh,
Yeah.
those glasses. Oh, I'm not sad I lost them because they're useless. God, they're obviously bad luck. And Benny goes, well, you might be surprised. And this woman comes up with them, like, goes, oh, sorry, like, I was told to give these glasses back to you. It's like, I don't know why you'd wear them when you've got such nice eyes.
That's it. Yeah,
And they have a little flirty moment.
They have a little flirty moment, and it was like, oh, actually, Ray's getting a little bit of action. Normally, people are flirting with Benny, but have to rewatch. Oh,
And they went off.
sorry, it was yeah. So I'm just going to read your message there, Deb. Have to rewatch this episode. I don't remember any of this except Milton. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce the surname right. Burl being in it. Yeah. Oh, definitely rewatch it. It's a really good episode.
David does have beautiful eyes. He does,
He does have beautiful
God,
eyes.
when I was interviewing him, I was like,
yeah.
But guys, yeah, I mean, it's a lovely little end. And when Ray goes off with the girl, suddenly very enthralled with his glasses, a good luck charm.
Yeah.
You get Benny suddenly moves his foot to be off the crack.
Oh yeah, because he's talking about
And
yeah.
there was a couple of little good luck things at the end. I forget what the other ones were, but everything's towards avoiding bad luck charms.
Yeah.
And it's a really nice, like, little callback to everything, all the themes of the episode.
Yeah.
Again, in traditional Due South style, I really think this is one of the most amazing, all the best moments of Due South episodes in one episode. And perhaps not of Due South by Southeast, because we've had a few drinks. Well, Michelle has anyway. Obviously, I'm stone cold sober right now. What's that like for? I don't know what you're talking about.
No one believes. Yeah, Yeah, because there were some superstitions, Deb. Yeah. Yeah, because I think that was the thing with Ray's glasses.
Easy for you to say.
I think Ray was feeling quite superstitious that his glasses that we were putting on were giving him good luck.
Yes.
And then at the end, he's like, "Nah, they're not giving me good luck," and he throws them away.
Genuinely, I think actually, so we've got a few orders of business now.
We do.
The episode, so Can you give me the information I see?
I wonder what that noise was.
Tell me what the best moments of the week.
Ah.
Thank you very much to Blaine Garrison, who usually does that. And we just done
Yeah, we did it so much better.
Oh yes, now Deb Salisbury remembers.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah. So we got best moments of the week. So most American character of the week, Michelle. What do you think?
So I think my most.
I really haven't thought about any of these.
Usually
we think about them in advance a lot.
Yeah. Normally
it's Mifflin Bell, Canadian or American.
Well, I think Canadian is going to be easy. American.
I think Mifflin Bell's going to be my favorite American of the week because certainly in his style, he's cowboy.
Absolutely.
He's got
yeah.
That a one side of the American psyche covered.
I think it's such an
horny cowboy character, and he's so good. That guy. Again, I'm not familiar with his work previously, but he's so good and it's so entertaining. Such value for money. He allowed himself to be this sleazy character,
but I think even just the cowboy thing is such an iconic American look.
And he's also he feels like your uncle or your relative anyway, who you'd apologize for after the dinner party. Like, I'm sorry, it's a generational thing. That's an excuse you'd use against this member of the family. And
I mean, if you want to go down that route, sure.
America, the same as the UK. You can be that guy sometimes. We Boris for fucking Brown example. Anyway,
it's not about him, but I was going to go for him as well because it's just like I said, just such an iconic American look. The whole kind of cowboy look. So I was going to go my American of the week. Him, absolutely.
Okay, so now, and by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, the rules behind the most American and most Canadian, you can only vote for someone once. So any of the main cast we've done to death already, but. Who is your most Canadian of the week? This is going to be a difficult one.
Well, you say that, and maybe this is really bad of me, but I was going to say the first lady that comes out of the cake because she's dressed like a sexy Canadian Mountie.
As was, of course, Benny. No, I'm going to say Lisa Pascal, played by Ida Banks. With
fair enough
from the audience.
Yeah, fair.
No, genuinely, I'm going to vote for her because she is a very. Even though she is a bit of a ditzy character, she's certainly pure of heart. She seems very innocent. She wants to do the best for her partner and bring him back into the light. So I think that's a very
fair enough
ideal. Best Stephen Baker moment of the week.
This is a tough one this week because he was rarely in it. It was only in one scene. It was in two. It was in it at the beginning and then during the eating the ribs part. And
it's got to be the in the ribs part.
It's got to be exactly. That's what I was going to go for.
There's no competition.
He helped
him.
He helped Benny.
Going, Dad, these ones.
Oh, these are the ones you need to have a little lick on this.
Yeah.
And then you're well awake.
Family show, Michelle. Family show. That's what I. Problems that you have to visit the clinic for. Let's go back to the SMD joke.
Thanks. No, that was what I was going for.
No, it is a joke.
Joke.
Sorry. Anyway.
I'll set the dogs on him later, it'll be fine.
So what was the other thing we have to do at the end?
I think that's it. So
How many? How many stripper mounties out of 10 do you give
stripper mounties? I think I'd give it.
Very high
it's going to be a high one, and I don't know if it's just because we haven't seen it for a long time. But this was such a good one to go back into. I'd probably say 8.5.
Do you know what? I think I'm going to join you in that.
Yeah.
I was thinking 9. 8.5 seems right.
We've seen some amazing.
I mean, 9s have to be pretty much almost flawless. 10s have to be completely.
Flawless. Yeah.
There's a few 10s we've had.
Yeah.
But I think this 8.5 because it was really up there.
It was.
Again, I think it's stood on the shoulder of giant episodes. Doing loads of callbacks to loads of things which they've done before in Due South, but it was just such a great, iconic Due South episode.
It was.
If you're going to show someone, hey, wondering what is Due South? This is the episode.
This would be a good one.
Get what Due South is.
Yeah.
So I think 8.5. Let us know what you thought. Please do write into the show. Michelle, where can they get in contact with the show?
Oh my God, you could just bring this on me after all these months. So there's obviously Gmail. You send us an email, dewsouthbsc@gmail.com.
Correct.
Twitter, dewsouthbsc. No, at dewsouthbsc.
Yeah.
Facebook, Due South. I think just Due South by Southeast.
Yeah, it's a group.
It's a group.
Or is it a
It-
page?
Group.
Yeah.
It's a group.
Yeah.
Instagram at Due South BSC.
Yeah.
I know, I'm
Say
so-
if
I
you want
s-
to ask Jeeves about us.
Tell Jeeves to F off.
Well, on that Jeeves hating note, guys. That was an hour and a half. That wasn't too bad.
Oh my
I
God,
hope you've
yeah, not
enjoyed
too
our
bad.
return back to the. I was going to say airwaves, but the video waves and
Ooh.
the airwaves. This is going to be released in podcast form soon. If you missed any of this, you can watch it back from the beginning. It will go up on wherever we've shared this to. At least on the G South by Southeast page, it should be there. Thank you very much, guys. This has been so much fun. It is so great to be.
This is the first time I think anyone's like seen like just you and me just like video form together.
Yeah, we've been in the same place because usually when we've been doing the.
I'm
videos-
normally the same height.
Just going to lie to the people here at the end of the episode, are you?
Yeah, normally I just I should have just done the whole thing like this.
She's standing up at a full height right now, and I'm sat down. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on, I'm going to sit on Benny in a minute if I'm not careful.
Anyway, guys, look, it's been great to be back. We are going to do more episodes soon.
Yes, we
This
are.
is not going to be a one and done. I would at least like to think we can rush through to the end of the series too. And I want to do like one a month at the very least. I think we can.
I
even
think
do
we
better
could.
than that,
Yeah, we might.
but
We
at
might
least
be able to
one a
do
month.
better than that.
But anyway, guys, look,
Mm.
I have been Detective Squeeze.
Sorry, that hurt a bit.
With me has been, of course, Willow and Benny. And joining us three has been you guys watching at home. And we'd like to thank you. Oh, yeah, and then she was there.
Mountie Michelle.
So, Michelle, say if the guys had some compasses and they want to blow the dust off them from the last time we did an actual episode, and they want
I'd recommend that.
pointed in a direction until when next we meet, because I'm not going to say next week, because I'm not going to make lies out of
I'd say next month.
Which direction should they keep it pointed in?
Due South by
By Southeast.
Southeast.